Today's horoscope and tarot from Astrocademy, Virgo March 1, 2022. You're in good shape for fresh perspectives or personal adventures, as well as for taking the time for studies or the exploration of a new interest. Your imagination is strong, and you might get the chance to use it constructively. Interactions and information surfacing today can be helpful. Helping others or learning new things can be especially pleasurable. It's a good time for experimenting with new things, even in small ways. People gravitate to you, and it's time to get in touch with your feelings about the people in your life. Rest and recharge your spirit. Single? Today's moon will touch down on your secretive 12th house of closure, dreams, hidden agendas, and all things behind the scenes, which means you're likely feeling more inhibited than usual at this time. In another note, Mercury, celestial ruler of your stability-seeking second house of comfort, finances, and value systems, made its debut in Aquarius this week, bringing emphasis and clarity to everything from your public persona to your professional exploits. There's no major transit on today's forecast aside from the moon being in watery Pisces. The mutable lunation graces your sector of greater community, technology, and dreams. It might be worth it to listen to your intuition regarding the professional aspects of this sector. For example, don't post a work update online if it's derivative or disingenuous. Another example would be holding back from sharing with connections in your professional network if you feel like you should wait. Allow your intuition to call the shots today when it comes to work. It was just 2 days ago that the moon not only left your career sector, but wrapped up its last visit before the North Node leaves your income sector. This gave the income side of the financial fence a boost, while the moon's return to an intuitive and imaginative part of your chart today is set to give the South Node and the other side of the financial fence a boost. Your zest for life is infectious, allowing your family to enjoy your company and open manner. You feel strong enough to do just about anything. Use this positive energy and meet up with friends. Wouldn't it be nice to plan an excursion for your group? Your good energy can branch out from here in all sorts of interesting directions. You found the right combination of fun and safety to keep rolling along for a while. Hang with it. Patient and accepting, you feel you're able to seduce almost anyone you meet. Don't get too carried away. Not everyone is automatically impressed, even if you are friendly. Be selective about who you talk to. Take note of reactions you get. Use your intuition. If your intention is to find new love, you're successful. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Your emotions may run high, but you still may have trouble catching up with them. Today's transit makes you especially sensitive to criticism, so keep your distance in order to you have perspective on where others may be coming from. A quiet, centering yoga session would be good. Be gentle on yourself, nothing too tough. Ease your way into your emotional center. Your easygoing attitude may be at odds with the serious nature of this day. Spend some quiet time tonight with that special person in your life, as you may find that you are able to connect in a deep way. You might feel the desire to commit yourself more deeply to this relationship. Be sure to explore this with your significant other, as they may have been contemplating the same thing. Express yourself as clearly and thoroughly as you are able. Your tarot reading for today. The Empress, the High Priestess, and the Tower. You didn't take the advice given by a friend, and you are going to suffer the consequences. This draw shows a person who has failed to learn the lessons given to them by someone close, and who finds themselves in the difficult situation they were warned about. If you had listened, the problem would not have happened. You're going to blame yourself for not being attentive enough. Moreover, this is a trait people often blame you for. Once you have an idea in your mind, it's difficult to change it and convince you of its opposite. Listening to other people is one of the basics in life. If you always refuse to listen to ideas that run contrary to how you see your life, you will never evolve and you will always end up making the same errors. We are the sum of those around us. Because we base our behavior on theirs, we are subject to their influences, we all derive benefits from the people with whom we live. If you close yourself off to this, it's because you don't want to change. Now, we all have projects and desires, but we have to give ourselves the means to achieve them. This draw is directing your attention to the dangers you run if you don't listen to the advice of others. But it also gives you a strong message: open yourself to the world, open up to others. The diversity of human thought is immeasurable wealth. The more you listen, the more you learn, the more you have the capacity to become the person you want to be. Our eyes in the sky. This is not a day of logical, rational thinking, but rather a time of tender sentiments. Emotions could run high, and there could be a need to escape reality. This might mean that we want to believe in fairy tales, although we know they're a far cry from our mundane lives. This energy can also make us overly optimistic. We want to believe the best in others even though we know that they aren't always able to live up to our expectations and hopes. However, we still want to align with the positive vibe. It doesn't hurt to keep an open mind and heart and a positive mentality. To be honest, the world could use a little more optimism. Ride the energetic high you're feeling today. We are somewhat allergic to stress at this point, and due to heightened sensitivities, it benefits us to spend our time with others who are similarly conflict-adverse. Calming environments where we are free to express ourselves tactily or creatively are good for our soul. As we are in a nurturing headspace, this aspect presents an ideal occasion to cook for loved ones or invite friends over to lounge and take the morning easy with coffee or tea. Mid-morning, our easygoing morning attitude may now have metastasized into something lazier and more lethargic than grounded and centered. Motivating ourselves can present a challenge, and we seem to operate under the potentially erroneous assumption that if something needs doing, someone else is already on it. Suppositions can make for awkward moments later, when we find that our optimism was unfounded.